Welcome back. It has been too long, man. It's been way too long. I apologize to every subscriber. I apologize to everybody that supported me and liked watching these videos, man. It's been entirely too long, but I'm back. If you notice something with my voice, if you notice it's a little nasally, I'm getting over a cold. Please forgive me. I might a few times. I might even sneeze. I try my best to bleep it out when it happens, but I'm so happy to be back. Y'all welcome back to tuning in to me. Let's get into it. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So after the draft, when we draft Amen Thompson with the number 4 overall pick, and Whitmore with the number 20 overall pick, we have a summer league, and Jabari looks the way that he looks in summer league. And Amen Thompson looked the way that he looked in summer league before he got hurt. And Cam Whitmore looks the way that he looked in Summer League en route to winning Summer League MVP. What an offseason for Houston. Then you have the signings of Dillon Brooks, Fred VanVleet, NBA champion Jeff Green. NBA champion Fred VanVleet, Jock Landale, Aaron Holiday. When you add these acquisitions on top of those draft picks, with the talent already accumulated on this roster, and they hire a new head coach in Ime Udoka, how can you not be optimistic as a Rockets fan? Fast forward. Now we're in the preseason. The Rockets currently are 3-1 in the preseason. Big whoop, who cares? But it's just exciting to see this team play basketball. The most impressive game, obviously, this entire preseason, everybody knows, is the game versus the New Orleans Pelicans, where they just obliterated them on both sides of the ball. Made Zion look like he don't want to play basketball. Brandon Ingram looked like he was going through the motions. And this team was playing so much defense, from Dillon Brooks to Fred VanVleet to defensive anchor Alperen Sengun. And one of the things that you can see is that Ime Udoka's fingerprints are really heavy on this team early on. He doesn't mind calling timeouts, talking to the guys, calling subs, talking to the guy for 15 seconds, bringing them back into the game. He doesn't mind doing any of that. He will coach. And it's good to see these players get accountability and for habits to start being broken right now in the preseason before the regular season starts. So I'm not going to go really crazy down the list. I'm just going to talk about the players that have played all 4 games in the preseason thus far. I'm going to focus on key guys, not focusing on anybody that will likely not make the team. And of course, I'm not focusing on anybody that didn't play all 4 preseason games thus far. The first guy I would like to focus on is Alperen Sengun. I feel like the grade that he deserves, C+, B-. I'm juggling. I was going to say D, but I was like, I don't want to get attacked. Defensively, you can definitely see the improved efforts. You can definitely see the more attention to detail. Offensively, he has really struggled, and that's been Alperen Sengun's bag. That's been his strength. That's been the reason why he got drafted where he got drafted and ultimately won the Turkish League MVP at just 18 years old. Is because of his offensive bag. We like to call him in Houston Baby Jokic. He has not looked like Baby Jokic at any point this offseason. The game has often sort of looked too fast for him. His usually post tricks are not working. Last night versus San Antonio, he really looked out of sorts. The first game versus San Antonio, he really looked out of sorts. It looked like he started taking the game too personally between him and Zach Collins. That was bad. But I'm not going to beat on him too bad. I mean, look, it's 3-1. The preseason doesn't matter. Maybe he's just going through the motions as well. B-. Final grade. The next guy I would like to focus on is a 2-year pro, Jabari Smith Jr. The future is bright for this kid. Last night, I believe he had 20 points on 7-13 shooting. He looked good. He looked like, since the ending of last season, going into Summer League, outside of that bad first quarter, and all the way through Summer League until they shut him down. And coming into this preseason, Jabari has just looked like a completely different player. You could tell now that he kind of knows, he's kind of figuring out, okay, I need to find a spot. I need to get to that spot. I need to deliver and go into my arsenal, into my bag from that spot. That's what I like about Jabari Smith Jr. He's not trying to really do too much. You can obviously see him trying to add things to his game. You can obviously see him trying to get better, trying to improve. But for right now, I do like the fact that he isn't playing above himself. He knows, okay, look, let me get the ball here. Let me get the ball here, left wing, right wing, at the nail, at the post, at the three. And he's just doing it. He's just being a steady, constant flow, and I like that he's improving. I'm going to give Jabari Smith a B+ because one of the things that we want to see from Jabari Smith is the defensive side of the ball also improve. This preseason, outside of that one game versus New Orleans, he has not been really good. But again, it's preseason. These are preseason grades. Amen Thompson. Hey, man, look. I'm sold. Going into last year's draft, I want to say I was wrong. Because I do believe Brandon Miller has a bright future in the league. But just looking at how Brandon Miller played in the Summer League, and he really didn't have a good showing. I wanted Brandon Miller. I didn't mind Amen Thompson. I didn't think that Houston should trade up from 4 to 2 and give up 2 first-round picks just to get Scoot. I thought that was silly. So I didn't mind Amen Thompson. I like Amen Thompson. I'm happy that we have Amen Thompson, 6'7", athletic. It looks like his shooting woes have been kind of overstated. Like a lot of people say, oh, he can't shoot. He looks comfortable shooting the ball. He doesn't hesitate on wide open shots. And one thing that I love about Amen Thompson, this goes back to my last year's criticisms with Kevin Porter Jr., the point guard play. Amen Thompson sees a play, he makes the pass. He sees the guys open, he makes a pass. He doesn't over dribble. He doesn't overcomplicate things. I love that about Amen Thompson. Just do the right thing. Like, just make this thing simple. There's no reason to go above and beyond. There's no reason to do anything above the normal when the basic read or the basic pass is right there. So, salute to Amen Thompson. I want to give Amen Thompson an A. Jae'Sean Tate. Listen, it's preseason. I want to keep saying that before I get these takes off. It's preseason. But I'm excited about Jae'Sean Tate. And listen, I was one of the guys, we need to move this guy. We need to get another shooter. We need to get a guy in here that don't really need the ball like that. We need a guy that can just play off ball, cut, be a threat off the catch by shooting. And that was me. And to a certain extent, it's still me. I'm not entirely sold. But Jae'Sean Tate, specifically that New Orleans game, was phenomenal. His defense, his effort, the intensity, the tenacity, I loved it. Jae'Sean Tate is 27 or 28 years old. He's an older 4-year player or something like that. So he's been around the block. He was undrafted out of Ohio State. But he's very smart, and I could tell he's kind of like of an Ime Udoka kind of guy. I think Jae'Sean Tate reminds Ime Udoka, and not by skill set, because they're completely, totally different skills, but just kind of like similarly in terms of like build and I guess like role and mentality to Grant Williams, who now is with the Dallas Mavericks. I think Jae'Sean Tate is cut from that kind of a cloth, and Ime Udoka likes that and will always find time for guys like that, because guys like that, they do the dirty work, they don't cry, they don't bitch. Those are the type of guys that you need in your team. Those are winning type players. Jae'Sean Tate, A. Not A, I'm about to say something else, but no, his grade is an A. So salute to you, Jae'Sean, man. Prove me wrong. Lastly, I want to talk about Cam Whitmore, the number 20 overall pick. So when Cam Whitmore was drafted and I saw him play in the Summer League, I kind of was like, oh, man, he's very raw. He's very like an unfinished product. He's a project. He's really talented. He has a go-get-it mentality. Love that, but he's just raw. And I initially thought that Kevin Porter Jr. would be with this team coming into the season before everything happened. But now that he's gone, I think Cam Whitmore might have a chance to craft him a spot out in the rotation. I thought originally those minutes would go to KPJ, and Cam Whitmore would probably be more talented, obviously. Tata Washington, Usman Garuba going to the G League just so he's not sitting on the bench rotting, because the Rockets definitely want to win this year. This is not one of those teams that they're rolling the ball out and just letting the guys play. That's not happening this year. The team obviously has a plan in motion. This is tier 3 of that plan, I'm assuming, something like that. So Cam Whitmore, he's been phenomenal. One of the best dunks of the preseason. It didn't count, but still was one of the best dunks of the preseason. I don't know what it is with referees in San Antonio and taking away Rockets players' dunks, but hey, I mean, there's something going on. But Cam Whitmore is nice, man. He's not a finished product by any means. He got a lot of maturing to do, just, mentally, of course, but just with his game, polishing it up, knowing when not to do too much, knowing when to pass. A lot of times when he gets to transition, he's focused on his goal. He's not looking to pass. And sometimes that can be bad. Rarely do I see him slow it down, kick it out, let the offense initiate itself, get a good shot, especially when the defense has numbers and you don't. So rarely have I seen that happen. But Cam Whitmore, I'm going to give him a B. He's been very solid this year. Kid's only 19 years old, man. You got to salute him. You got to let these young guys grow, man. But this has been fun, man. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to be back. Y'all don't understand how much it was killing me to not make content. Y'all don't understand how much it was killing me to not have a space to make content. But I got it now. And I'm back. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Do all that stuff, man. As always, RedNationBlogga out.